Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable judges and audience. I'm Syamila from MTS Unggulan Nuris. This is such a great experience to be on this stage of speech competition. I would like to deliver a speech about how we, as millennial generation, preserve the authentic Indonesian culture in the midst of great cultural development for better Indonesia. Let me start from explaining what actually millennial era is. The millennial era is marked by the ease in which people get information from various parts of the world as a result of rapid technological development. Who belongs to millennial era generation? Mentioned in many researches, millennial era generation are those who was born between 1980s to 2000. I'm sure most of us in this competition belongs to the millennials. Millennial generation is the generation who is very proficient in technology. With their capabilities in the world of technology and facilities, this generation has many opportunities to be far ahead of the previous generation. In the midst of all advance of technology, this condition not only contributes positively to the nation, but at the same time gives negative impacts. Millennial generation tend to be individual, neglecting political value, focusing on materialistic value, and less care toward others. Talking about culture, there is no doubt that Indonesia is a nation rich in culture. Hundreds or maybe thousands, both in the form of objects and intangible cultures. Puppet, batik, keris, dances, traditional musical instruments, historic buildings, folk songs, and so on are invaluable cultural heritage. In these days, where technological progress has been so rapid, we should not neglect these historical relics, because the contents of the noble values of Indonesian people are stored in each of these works. The advancement of technology with its ability to penetrate geographical boundaries, as if the world does not understand, is not a barrier to continue preserving our own cultures. This is our common challenge. So, if we neglect our own culture, it will be the same as uprooting the roots of Indonesian culture, which will trap us into foreign culture euphoria with no clear direction. There are my small notes for millennial generation to preserve the original Indonesian culture in the midst of the rampant technology that spread across a variety of lifestyle and foreign cultures. First point, we can use technological advances to creatively package the original culture of the Indonesian people to be introduced internationally. Second point, loving authentic Indonesian culture is not an ancient and outdated thing. Instead, it will be positive if it can show creativity and introduce to the world. The number of foreigners who learn about Indonesian culture has proven that Indonesian culture has a high value and deserves to be learned and even must be preserved. Millennial generation must be able to maintain the original Indonesian culture, because this is our identity that given by the ancestor of Indonesia. It is not about speaking in language, but it is about speaking in culture. Well, be proud Indonesian. That's all from me. Thank you so much for the great attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.